especially on account of the influence of the American gospel. Pa Elton said this. He said, I'm worried about the prosperity gospel and the focus on wealth and materialism and personal popularity. I'm worried that it would hamper the spread of the true gospel in Nigeria. He observed in 1983, he said, for years now, I have been disgusted with the level at which evangelism has become a commercial project. God is not in the promotion business. And Pa Elton, speaking of many in the Pentecostal church who God had used mightily to transform life, he was speaking about many. He said, look, I have seen many because I brought them up myself. He says, some of these men are becoming involved in the things of the world, the things of the flesh, over-ambitious for money and position and property and cars and houses. What has gone wrong? That was in 1983. If Pa Elton were to see today and the manipulation of the gospel to raise money and build empires, I wonder what he'll say. What shall we do then? What shall we do? The stewardship of influence is an immense responsibility, one that requires unwavering commitment to the true gospel of Jesus Christ. It's not a call to power, material wealth, or self-glorification, but to servanthood and sacrifice, and the relentless pursuit of the will of God.
That shade of the gospel came in very slippery. I didn't even know when it came in. It was a gospel that started by saying, men of God should not be poor because God is not poor. Like that. It came from America. And it started making sense. It started making sense. And then we started seeing some men of God raising money and living better. So we also wanted to live better. So we bought their ideology and we improved on it. And it worked for a period for me. I was all over the world. They were inviting me everywhere. I was the darling of all of them. And nobody attacked me when I was preaching that.
Because they were making the money.
The moment I shifted, and why did I shift? I got to where I was feeling empty. I got where I was feeling empty. I would raise the money, collect all the things, drive with convoy, entourage, policemen, mobile, pull everywhere, all over. But I wasn't happy.
A man of God,
yes,
feeling empty.
Yes, I began to ask myself, is this all that there is to God? Give, take, give, take. I told my wife it doesn't make sense anymore. It's either my ministry has finished or I'm done with. So we left church. We left our church. We traveled. I took 1 month away from church just to pray and ask God, what's this? I'm not more happy. I don't want to do it again. And it was in the midst of this research and prayer that I came by Andrew Womack. Andrew Womack is a preacher in America. I don't like his style because he speaks very gently. I'm wild.
Yes.
So I didn't like his style. So I came by all his books. I bought all of them. And as I was reading the first book, first 8 pages, I knew what was wrong with what I was doing. And because I had done theology, I understand Christology. So now everything started falling in place.
Making sense.
So I came back to our church. I went to the pulpit. I said, church, I am apologizing sincerely. All the things I told you about tithe, seed, all that is not true. Please forgive me.
Wow.
If you allow me, I will make the record straight. But if you feel you can't trust me anymore, you want to leave, I understand. But those who can stay, I will make the record straight. Half of our church left, half stayed. Then I started teaching. I started correcting things. I opened the Bible and we went from chapter to chapter explaining those concepts. More people left, some stayed. And I told my wife in the beginning, even if we lose everybody, it's better we lose everybody to do the right thing than keep doing the wrong thing with everybody. And then we began. We began to teach, we began to teach, we began to teach. And then more people began to love what they were hearing me teach. And a lot of people started coming back to our church. They started coming back and we're growing and growing now. We're all over the world preaching this same gospel. And today I am the happiest for it.
Wow.
I'm so at peace with God. I'm not playing anybody. I don't have to calculate how to collect your money. I don't have to lie to you. I don't have to deceive you for anything. I teach you the Bible the way it is. And if you are led to sow and support our ministry, we take it. If you are not, we're okay. We're contented. I have things I do that get me money. And I'm just happy to serve Jesus. Even when I was raising the money, it was still for ministry. Because we were on television, we were on radio. Because that gospel makes you a showman.
Yes.
You
And you were on Benny Hinn's.
I even preached for Benny Hinn in Orange County, California. I mean, I was everywhere. I was all over the world.
Did you preach for T.G. Jakes?
No, I did. I was to preach for Jakes when I went to Hinn. I was to preach for him and some things, but I don't want to talk about it. But that's what it is.
You listen to that? Osibanjo, former vice president. This Abel Damina's preaching is spreading fast. It's spreading very fast. It's spreading very fast to stop these transactional gospel preachers. To stop them. Now the message is spreading very fast. The way this Osibanjo quoted this American man now is the same. He's remembering him now, Tom, right? Is the same way time will come, they will remember Abel Damina for this preaching that he's preaching today. Do you understand? That is just as simple as that. The same way they will remember him. Now the message is spreading very fast. A lot of people are buying to this idea, listening to him. He continues to see, yes. Now the other day, I saw one video, ROMD, when he and his wife, they listen to Abel Damina's preaching. I hope they listen, that they smile, that they laugh. Say, yes, correct. I love this guy. I love this man. I love him. Correct. So they were just so happy watching the Abel Damina preaching, a whole listening. He and his wife. The same thing now, politicians. Since these people. Anyways, it's spreading very fast. Good one. People need to get sense. People need to. Nobody is saying you should not go to church. Nobody is saying you should not give tithe and offering. Nobody is saying, but the way these people, the only thing they knows how to do best is just come to church without telling you anything about salvation, anything about Christ again. Every time is call for offering, call for this, call for that. All those things, they make it mandatory. If you do not pay, that's where the problem. Your conscience will be judging you. Meanwhile, it shouldn't be so. At that time, your conscience will be just, you're the only one. This and that. Is it because you are not paying? That's why God is not blessing you. That's why you are not getting what you are be asking God for. No, it's not because you are not paying or any of those money they're asking you to pay. It is because you are not doing the right thing. It is, or you're doing the right thing. The opportunity has not come yet. You continue to do. You continue to. It's not, even if when you pay the tithe and offering, the opportunity has not come, you will not get the job. That tithe and offering you pay to that man of God will not suddenly translate into giving you employment where there is no jobs. That is the problem. You pay tithe and offering. How many of those jobs, how many jobs has those tithe and offering that you have been paid? They tell you when you pay this tithe and offering, that place you submitted an application, they are going to call you, they are going to give you a job. Didn't you pay? But you paid, you're not getting it. You've not gotten anything, but you pay because there are no jobs. Because there's no jobs. But the man of God make money off you. You are still struggling. The next time you go to another church, again, they'll tell you the same thing. You go to another, they'll tell you the same thing. And again, I think the other one, First Lady, she started bringing prosperity preacher. That prosperity preacher are the problem of this country. She said that First Lady, and she forgot, maybe when she made that statement, she forgot that she's from a Redeemed Christian Church. She's from Redeemed Christian Church. Her Oga is the father of prosperity preacher. That time she was blaming prosperity preachers. The failure, the problem of this country, she blamed it to prosperity preachers, that they are the problem. First Lady, which is a pastor, for you to know that nothing, these people, they are liars, bunch of liars. Some of them, I won't just generalize it, some of them, but some people will generalize it. They say all of them. Yes. Anyways, now you understand. You see, former vice president. Now they tell you now, say the way this thing is going, they are doing too much. They are doing too much. Anyways, nobody is stopping you not to pay your tithe and offering. We are just, talking about the pastors to do the right thing. Let them teach you. Let them teach you about Christ. Do you understand? Let them teach you what you need to know so that people will not come, because they are giving you so much promises, those things that God never promised that he is going to do. God cannot do everything for you. That's the problem, because we see a lot of people at the end, they started blaming God rather than blaming themselves, blaming the pastors. They start blaming God because the false gospel has been preached to them that God is going to do this for you. You don't need to go, you don't need to do it, you don't need to do nothing about it. God is going to do it for you. At the end of the day, it doesn't work the way they predicted. They told the lady or the guys that God was going to do this. It becomes a problem. They started angry with God, that God is not faithful. God is not. No, you can't blame God. No, it is because you choose to believe in pastors rather than believing in God. Anyways, please share this video and follow this page for more. Subscribe to this YouTube channel.